Okay, this is kind of awkward. I don't know how people start these off, but I have finished my first sketchbook, or at least first sketchbook in a while. I decided to restart from sketchbook 1 again because I felt like when I started uni, I needed to make, I guess, a shift in my art and one of the ways that I felt like I could do that was restarting my sketchbooks. So this is a square Ohuhu mixed media sketchbook, I think. It's amazing. You can do genuinely everything with it. I did the sketchbook from the 15th of, seeing if it's actually like in frame or anything, the 15th of December last year to the 9th of December this year. So I finished it like 2 weeks ago, so I'm a little late recording this. But to start off, you're going to see quite a few of these in here. We have meeting portraits, Hoshi of 17 and some tigers because they're his animal, I guess. I like this one. I've kind of drifted, like if I do a portrait, I kind of drift more towards realism a little bit more, but I do like having like a little semi-realistic style. There's a Birds of Paradise and a little alcohol marker test, which when I glued it in, it warped the paper, which I'm kind of mad about. We have some, oh my god, alcohol marker drawings. Oh, my brain is not working today, I'm so sorry. We have some alcohol marker, okay, let's redo this. We can clip this. We have some alcohol marker drawings of some flowers. We have a marigold, and I think that's the only one that I can kind of remember. They're all from Pinterest. I like this one. I like how I did the colors and how they all blended together. Blank page. Great. Let's skip that one. Okay, so this next one, I redid it. When I originally did this one, I was really happy with it. And when I look back at it, I'm like, I know that the one that I, like when I redid it, it looks a lot better. But at the time, I thought that these looked good. And this is just baking paper in between because I didn't want the graphite to smudge onto the other side. But it's not bad. It's a nice texture in here, but I don't know, like the blending on the hand isn't my favorite, but I like how I did the hair. And we have a little mountain panorama, I guess. I like this one. It's just kind of a quick sketch. Some failed portraits, ones that just didn't turn out the way that I wanted. Clearly when I drew them, I thought so, because I said today is not my day. Moving on. We have some watercolor apples. I don't like watercolor. I'm not good at it. It repels. I don't really like watercolor that much, and I am envious of some artists that are really good at it. But maybe that's something I can do in 2026. One of my resolutions can be to get better at watercolor. We have some oil pastel fruit. Because I was like, I didn't like the way that this turned out. I didn't want to leave this as a blank page. And I actually like these grapes. I like them. I like the messiness of everything. And some watercolor swatches. We got the shapes of Mr. Maker, little guy, and a background, which I was inspired by one of the, like a webtoon that I read. And the background was so like elaborate and detailed. And I really wanted to try something like similar to it, but I kind of gave up on it. We have some more portraits that didn't necessarily turn out very well. I think it's because I rushed them. If I spent more time on them, I think they could have looked a lot better, but anyway. I'm planning for a series that I was going to do. I was going to do a series on NCT 127 Season's Greetings photos. I drew them out. Again, I felt like I rushed them and they just didn't turn out well, so I scrapped it. And some swatches for some paint pens. We have some animals that I did with and without references, because I've been trying to not use references as often, which clearly that wasn't what it's not working for me. But I like the way that these ones turned out. I don't know what these are. Apparently, I don't know what the anatomy of a shark looks like. We have some acrylic paint, swatches, and some, is the lighting? Oh no, the lighting's fine. So I have some acrylic paint, swatches, and some paint marker drawings. I found them on Pinterest and I really just wanted to try out the paint pens. Another portrait which didn't turn out very, it's fine. I could probably redo it and make it look a lot better, but I think that's all a part of it improving. Some more portraits. This is like 3 days after. These look better than that. Some rocks. I like doing these little like fun activities, like just this rock kind of looks like Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle, which is why I think I really like it. Some more planning for a painting that I never ended up doing, trying out the paint pens again. I think I was scrolling on Instagram and I found this artist. I genuinely can't remember her name, but she did like these chickens and they kind of looked like this with like the bold shapes in the background, and I really liked it. So I wanted to do something like that. We have some Heinz tin of beans, amazing. A sketch for a painting, which again I never ended up doing. Some swatches for some new art supplies that I got. Some mushrooms as houses, and we have again some more planning for paintings that I never ended up doing, and some portraits of Nikki from Enhypen. I really like these, especially this one. I think this turned out really well, and clearly I thought that I liked it as well, because I went back and wrote that I liked it. We have some character drawing studies. I was mainly looking at Rin from Drawing with Waffles and how she blocks out her characters, and a portrait of Ricky from Zero Base 1. More portraits, another acrylic paint portrait, which I don't really like, but again, it's probably because I rushed it. There's actually quite a few of these that I think it's because I did them so long ago that I can look back and be like, I don't like it, but at the time I thought it was good, which I think is important in progression. More portraits. We have a portrait of Chandler from NCT Dream. He's like one of my favorite members. So when Cyclone Alfred hit Queensland, I think earlier this year, I was off uni and I really wanted to sit down and draw, but I couldn't because we lost power, and I was like, nothing was working. Some more study or ideas for a painting. I really want to look back at this one because I like it. That's just done with a really thick micron. And some portraits that I did under torchlight in the dark at like 2 a.m. These are my, move that. We have my, ideas for my character for one of my uni assignments. We were given 4 prompts. I chose Memory Dealer because I thought that I could do something with it. This was just my planning, some initial sketches, and some more designs, and I ended up going with this end one. Some color choices. More of that character. Jungkook from BTS. More designing for the character. More designing for the character. The only page that I had to rip out because the drawing underneath was beyond saving. Sometimes if I don't like something, I can just chuck a sticky note on top of it and try and redo it. But I felt like I had to tear this one out. Which, that being the only page that I have torn out of the sketchbook is I'd say it's a pretty big deal for me, because I usually tear pages out of sketchbooks, which is why I went for a hardbound sketchbook this time instead of a coil bound one. It's more portraits, some 30-second and 1 minute quick environment studies, another 2 more 5-minute ones, and a 10-minute one. I really like the staircase. And I think these ones were supposed to be, I think it was a 15-minute and a 25-minute one. But I think I didn't necessarily burn myself out with these, but I just kind of got sick of it that I rushed them, and yeah. Blending for uni. More development for a character. Hoshi of 17 again. Doesn't really look like him. And I liked this one, so I wanted to draw it, well, color it in, so I copied it from the other side. And clearly I didn't like it because I had to write notes for myself. We have more portraits, more developing for a character, some gesture drawings, and me complaining about these fine liners that I bought. I think, yeah, I got them on sale and they were awful. I can't even remember what brand they were, but they were bad. Like, I got them 2 weeks, within the 2 weeks that I bought them, 4 of them dried out. Gesture drawings. More designing for the character, but this was for my second assessment, so we had to take the original character that we did and change it, whether that be like completely like change it, or like just basically just change its clothing or backstory or whatever. More characters. The train. More designing. Uni stuff. And this is what I ended up going with. So my initial thought was I wanted to make a character that surrounded the idea of like Star Wars, like the Rogue One, with not Rogue One, I forgot which movie it is, but when I was inspired by Star Wars. Anyway, I'm not really good at explaining what I do. Oh god, okay, so this was the end of May, and I think I was in the middle of trimester 2 of uni, and I felt awful. I felt like I couldn't draw, or anything that I was trying to draw just wasn't turning out the way that I wanted, and I really started to doubt my abilities and my skills and basically what I'm going to be doing with my art, whether or not I wanted to still stick down the animation route or go into illustration, but I genuinely started to rethink everything that I was doing. And clearly I wrote it down because I said, I'm actually so burnt out right now. I feel like all my creativity has been removed from my body with a frowny face. So I just wanted to fill a little spread. A failed watercolor portrait of Mingy from 80s. We have crayon. One thing that I actually found out that I do actually like doing is going onto Google Maps and finding a random house and drawing it in a way. So I really like the texture that I put in here, and I just the color choices I thought were really nice. We have Jongsup from P1 Harmony. This was, I think, around the time that I bought the tickets for their concert, and I was like, I really want to draw some of the members, but I only ended up doing 1 out of 6, but I do want to finish the rest of them. We have some random drawings, and a receipt from this place. It's called, oh my god, I can't even remember what it's called, but it's in Burley, and it is genuinely amazing. The chips and the vanilla shake are so good. Another house that I found online, another little pencil drawing. Characters. I think I just watched K-pop Demon Hunters, so I was kind of inspired by Rumi's outfit at the end of the film. More random stuff, some little characters that I kind of want to turn into stickers, because I really like this one and this one as well, and even just some of these, so like they're really simple, but I think that they're really cute. And I wanted to I had an idea with these to make a series, like a painting series, and they're like postcards, and basically it's just like really detailed backgrounds or like environments and stuff, and the main character are these little like thumbprints, like fingerprints, and it's just like their little story, and I think that's really cute. More blank pages. I got a new Copic marker and I really like this color, and probably one of my favorite portraits that I've done. This is Jinsik from Zykas. There's like another drawing underneath so you can kind of see it, but this is probably one of the first portraits that I've done in here that I was so happy with, but it's because I took my time. I took my time with it, and it's something that I like. Some inks and another idea. Some printouts for some paintings that I did for my final paintings from uni, and just a couple other random portraits that I've done that I wanted to print out. Another painting, or another background. I really like some random bean characters and just some more random stuff. We have Yechan from 82 Major. I think this was their trophy comeback. A comeback for their album, and the song is called Trophy, and this was one of their concert photos, but it doesn't look like him, but I still think it looks good. We have some more characters. So this is me trying to figure out why one of my paintings wasn't turning out the way that I wanted it to. So I tried using a neon pink underpainting, but when I was putting like these really vibrant oranges on it, you see how dull they look? But and I was like, am I the problem or is it the underpainting? It turns out it's the underpainting. And one of my Copic markers decided to die, so I have to buy a new ink for it. We have some full body people. So I think both of these are Nikki from Hyphen. I think this is Jongwon, and I can't remember who this is. We have a little cityscape in a 2-point perspective. Perspective is something that I actually enjoy doing, but it's something that I don't practice enough. But just making this little building in here was really fun. Again, I went on Google Maps or Google Earth and I found a random building in New York and I thought that it was really interesting. Some planning for my brother's Christmas card. I am going to actually clamp that together because it's getting annoying. So this is planning for my brother's Christmas card. It's inspired by a Magic the Gathering card, so I made it like my own, and this was the original idea. Making a little character, and I think we're nearly done. So we have some pen sketches. I got some pens, some pink and purple pen. I actually really like these, and they test my perfectionism because I am not able to erase. And probably my favorite spread in this entire sketchbook, which just happens to be the last page, this one. So we have Hunter from Zykas. We have some, I think I was gonna do another portrait under here, but it just didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, so I covered it up with some little flowers, and then my favorite portrait. This is Jaehyun from Boy Next Door. Just the accuracy in this is really good. Not to like toot my own horn or anything. But that is it. That is my sketchbook. So I think I might start uploading on here a little more often, just to kind of show my process and my artistic progress, me trying to figure out what I'm doing with my art. So yeah, it's all done. Bye.